The present moment is where life happens. Stop waiting for the perfect time, because now is the most important moment to take control of your future. Success isn't about waiting, it's about commitment and clear direction. Surround yourself with those who elevate you, and remember, your biggest competitor is your past self. Never let challenges define you. Your true identity lies in what you do beyond them. Stay focused and take massive, effective action toward your goals. Believe in yourself. Your inner strength is your greatest power. And when you believe, you become unstoppable. This is it. Right here. Not tomorrow. Not when the stars align. Not when you finally have everything figured out. Now, the most powerful moment of your life is the one you're in, because it's the only one you can actually do something about. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right time. There is no better moment than the one you're breathing in right now. The future isn't some distant land you'll magically arrive at. It's being built by what you choose to do today. Every second you spend lost in someday is a second you steal from your own potential. Feel your feet on the ground, the air in your lungs, the pulse in your veins. This is life, not some rehearsal, not a dress rehearsal for something better. The clock is ticking, and every moment you waste hesitating, overthinking, or doubting is a moment you'll never get back. So act, not perfectly, not fearlessly. But now, the greatest tragedy isn't failure. It's standing at the edge of your dreams, forever waiting for the perfect conditions that will never come. The perfect time doesn't exist. Only this time does. You want control over your future? Then seize control of this second, of this decision, of this action. The future bows to those who refuse to let the present slip through their fingers. Stop waiting, start living. The moment is here. What are you going to do with it? Time doesn't create success, you do. The clock keeps ticking whether you move or not. Days turn into weeks, weeks into years, and still, dreams gather dust, not because time betrayed you, but because you never truly committed. Greatness isn't found in the hours you have. It's forged in the energy you pour into them. You want something? Then define it. Not in vague wishes, not in half-hearted maybes, but in ironclad clarity. A ship without a course drifts. A life without direction withers. What's your target? Name it. Own it. Burn it into your mind until every step you take pulls you closer. Then commit. Not when it's easy. Not when you feel ready. Now. Full force, no retreat. Because hesitation is the enemy. Half-hearted effort is just slow surrender. The world doesn't reward, kind of. It bows to all in. Every second you spend doubting, every minute wasted on hesitation, is another brick in the wall between you and what you deserve. Break it down. Not tomorrow, today. Right now, success isn't a lottery, it's a choice yours. So choose, commit, move. The future belongs to those who decide, without apology, to claim it. What's your move? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so who's shaping you? The energy around you doesn't just influence you, it builds you. Every conversation, every mindset, every standard they accept becomes a whisper in your ear, and those whispers become your voice. Are the people around you lifting you up or weighing you down? Do they challenge you or coddle you? Do they see your potential and push you toward it? Or do they keep you small, comfortable, stuck in the same cycles they're trapped in? You will never outgrow your circle. If they're not striving, if they're not hungry, if they're not demanding more from themselves, sooner or later, neither will you. Greatness isn't a solo act. The fastest way to level up? Stand shoulder to shoulder with people who force you to rise, who don't tolerate excuses from themselves or from you, who make you feel slightly uncomfortable because their standards are higher than yours for now. This isn't about cutting people off. It's about consciously choosing who gets access to you, who gets to speak into your life, who gets to shape your mindset. Protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. Find the ones who make you better just by being near them. The ones whose discipline is contagious. The ones who don't just dream, they do. And when you find them, hold on tight. Grow together, burn brighter. The right people won't just watch you climb, they'll hand you the rope. Who's in your corner? The only race that matters is the one against your former self. Every morning, you wake up next to your greatest rival, the you of yesterday. Did that version push hard enough? Did they stay disciplined when no one was watching? Did they leave you a legacy of progress or a pile of excuses? Your past self is the only opponent worth defeating, because when you outgrow them, you elevate everything. This isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you've ever been. Stronger, smarter, sharper, more resilient. Did you read more? Train harder? Think deeper? Love fiercer? Growth isn't an event, it's a daily rebellion against stagnation. Every rep, every page, every silent moment of discipline is a brick in the foundation of who you're becoming. Track your progress like your life depends on it, because it does. The world doesn't care about your potential. It cares about what you've done, so measure yourself. Hold yourself accountable. No comparisons, no distractions, just the relentless pursuit of your own evolution. Some days you'll win. Some days you'll lose. But if you're 1% better than yesterday, you're still moving forward. And that's how wars are won, not in a single battle, but in the quiet, daily grind of showing up for yourself. Outwork who you were. Outthink who you were. Outlast who you were. The finish line. A version of yourself you once thought was impossible. What will you do today that your old self wouldn't? You are not your struggles. You are not your pain. You are not the weight you carry. The storm may rage around you, but at your core, you are the sky, vast and unbroken. Challenges will come, yes. They will shake you, test you, leave you scarred. But they do not get to name you. Your identity isn't forged in the fire, it's revealed by it. Too many people shrink themselves to the size of their problems. They wear their battles like a second skin, whispering, "This is just who I am now." No, you are not your failures. You are not your setbacks. You are not the voice of doubt that hisses in the dark. You are the one who keeps walking anyway. Strip away the struggle for a moment. Who remains? The fighter, the learner, the one who refuses to stay down. That's your truth. Not the obstacle, but the courage that meets it. Not the fall, but the hands that push you back up. Stop letting temporary battles define a limitless soul. You are not a problem to be solved. You are the force that solves them. So stand taller than your hardships. Speak louder than your fears. You existed before the struggle, and you will outlast it. Now, who do you choose to be? The difference between dreaming and doing? Relentless, undivided focus. The world is full of people who want, but only a handful who do. And what separates them isn't luck, talent, or time. It's the white-hot intensity of their action. You already know what you need to do. The goal is clear. The path, demanding but straightforward. So why haven't you conquered it yet? Because focus isn't just about seeing the target. It's about cutting away everything else until your aim is absolute. Distractions will beg for your attention. Doubt will whisper in your ear. Comfort will try to lure you off course. But you move like a blade, sharp, direct, unstoppable. Success isn't a lottery. It's a mathematical certainty for those who execute with precision, day after day. No hesitation. No detours, just disciplined, ruthless forward motion. Every second you spend scattered is a second stolen from your destiny. So lock in, burn the bridges to half effort. The moment your purpose becomes non-negotiable, the universe has no choice but to yield. The goal isn't just to reach, it's to dominate. Now what will you obliterate today? Doubt is the only thing standing between you and the life you're meant to claim. Every time you question yourself, every time you hesitate, every time you let fear write the script, you betray your own power. But here's the raw truth. You are stronger than you think, deeper, more resilient. The proof? You're still here. still fighting, still breathing. That alone means you have everything it takes. There's a version of you that doesn't flinch, that doesn't second guess, that doesn't apologize for being great. That version is real. It's just buried under layers of conditioning, past failures, and the noise of a world that profits from your hesitation. But it's still there, waiting. So stop negotiating with fear. Stop asking for permission to be powerful. You don't need validation, you need conviction. That unshakable knowing that says, I may not have all the answers, but I'll figure it out. I may fall, but I'll rise harder. I may doubt, but I'll act anyway. Your inner strength isn't some mythical force. It's the quiet voice that says, keep going when everything else screams quit. It's the part of you that's already survived 100% of your worst days. That's unstoppable. And it's yours. Now trust it. Feed it. Let it roar louder than the doubt. The world changes when you do. What will you dare now that you finally believe? A small goal will never demand your greatness, only an audacious one will. Champions aren't made in the comfort zone. They're forged in the fire of a vision so bold, it terrifies them at first. A dream so big it stretches their limits, rewires their mindset, and forces them to become someone new. That's the point. You were not built to just get by, to settle for scraps, to tiptoe toward a life that doesn't set your soul on fire. You were built to dominate, to push boundaries, to leave a mark so deep the world can't ignore it. But none of that happens if your goal fits neatly inside your current reality. You need a target that makes your heart race and your doubts scream, because that's where magic happens. Think bigger, then double it. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't a flaw, it's the training ground for your transformation. Every ounce of sweat, every sleepless night, every ounce of grit you pour into that gap is what will turn you into the kind of person who deserves that victory. Stop asking, is this realistic? Start demanding, is this worthy of me? Your vision should be so compelling it pulls you out of bed before the alarm rings. So magnetic it makes obstacles feel insignificant. So vivid it rewires your habits, your circle, and your daily grind without apology. The world doesn't remember the timid, it crowns the audacious. What's the one goal that scares and excites you? Go after it like your life depends on it, because it does. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. It's the silent killer of dreams, the slow poison that numbs ambition and tricks you into settling. Growth doesn't happen in the safe zone, it happens in the stretch. In the sweat, the uncertainty, the moments when your mind screams retreat, but your spirit roars forward. You were not meant to live small, to repeat the same routines, cling to the same habits, and kneel before the same fears. Your potential is buried on the other side of discomfort. Every time you choose ease over evolution, you betray the warrior within you. But when you embrace the grind, the awkwardness, the I don't know how but I'll figure it out, that's when you level up. Discomfort is your compass. It's the signal that you're finally playing in the arena where change happens. The muscle burns? Good, it's growing. The fear rises? Good, you're facing it. The path feels unstable? Good, you're building resilience. The magic happens when you refuse to let comfort dictate your limits. So shake the ground beneath you. Take the risk. Have the hard conversation. Lift the heavier weight. Start the damn thing. Your future self isn't shaped by what feels easy today, but by what you dare to endure. Get uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. That's where legends are made. How far will you push when no one's watching? Opportunities don't knock, you kick the door down. The world doesn't hand out golden tickets to those who wait politely. Victory favors the bold, the builders, the ones who refuse to sit on the sidelines hoping for a chance. If you want more, create more. Not excuses, not complaints. Real, relentless value. Shift your mindset from what can I get to what can I give. Mastery opens doors. Generosity builds bridges. Solve problems, serve fiercely, and watch how the universe rewards those who operate with a mindset of abundance. Your work ethic, your hunger, your refusal to settle, that's your leverage. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right moment. The right moment is the one you make. Start before you're ready. Build before you're funded. Lead before you're appointed. Opportunities are not found. They're forged by those who refuse to be ignored. So what will you create today that doesn't yet exist? The world is shaped by action takers, not permission askers. The mightiest oaks fall to the silent, relentless gnaw of termites, not in a day, but in 1,000 tiny, unnoticed bites. So it is with greatness. You don't need explosive force, just undying consistency. The 1% improvements, the daily disciplines, the small acts of courage no one sees. That's how empires are built. Forget overnight success. Forget luck. The real magic is in the mundane, the extra rep when no one's watching. The page read before dawn, the skill honed in obscurity. Time magnifies what you feed it, so feed it effort every single day. The world glorifies the highlight reel, but champions are made in the grind no one posts about, the missed parties, the silent sacrifices. The days you show up even when motivation ghosts you. That's where the war is won. So be the termite, small, relentless, unstoppable. Let time tremble at your consistency. What tiny act will you repeat today that will move mountains tomorrow? Your greatest rival isn't the competition, it's the you of yesterday. Every sunrise is a rematch. Every moment is a chance to rewrite your limits. Will you let old habits, lazy thinking, and past failures dictate today's battle? Or will you rise sharper, hungrier, more relentless, and leave your former self in the dust? This isn't about perfection. It's about progress so ruthless it terrifies the old you. Did you read deeper? Push harder? Think clearer? Love fiercer? Outwork your excuses. Outsmart your doubts. Outlast your weaknesses. The goal isn't to be better than someone else. It's to make sure the you of tomorrow wouldn't recognize the you of today. Track your growth like your life depends on it, because it does. The world doesn't care about your potential. It cares about what you've done, so measure yourself. Hold yourself accountable. No comparisons, no distractions, just the relentless pursuit of your own evolution. Some days you'll win, some days you'll lose. But if you're 1% stronger than yesterday, you're still moving forward. And that's how wars are won, not in a single battle, but in the quiet daily grind of showing up for yourself. The finish line? A version of you so powerful, your past self wouldn't dare look it in the eye. What will you conquer today that your old self thought impossible? Fear is a liar, a thief, a cage built by your own mind. It whispers, "You can't," while the fire in your chest roars. Watch me. The world's greatest victories weren't won by those with the best odds, but by those who refuse to let odds dictate their fight. Your dreams aren't meant to fit inside the boundaries of what's realistic. They're meant to stretch you, break you open, and rebuild you into someone unstoppable. The bigger the challenge, the louder the universe is calling you to rise. Obstacles aren't blockades. They're stepping stones to a version of yourself you've never met. So stare down the impossible, laugh at the can'ts. Let your hunger be louder than your fear. The miracles you crave, they're hiding on the other side of the battles you're afraid to fight. You have two choices. Let the challenge defeat you before you begin. Or attack it with everything you've got and discover just how powerful you truly are. What dream is worth your courage today? Go take it. Happiness isn't a reward at the finish line. It's the fuel that propels you there. Too many people postpone joy, waiting for life to align perfectly before they allow themselves to feel whole. But here's the truth. Happiness is a choice, not a condition. It's the unshakable decision to rise above circumstance, to find light even in the grind, and to refuse to let external chaos dictate your inner peace. You don't need permission to be happy. You don't need everything to be easy, everyone to agree with you. or all the pieces to fall into place. You just need to decide. To anchor yourself in gratitude, in purpose, in the relentless belief that joy isn't something you earn, it's something you claim. Life will test you. Setbacks will come. But your happiness isn't the absence of problems, it's the mastery of them. It's the defiant laugh in the face of adversity, the quiet confidence that says, I won't let this break me. So stop bargaining with the universe. Stop saying, I'll be happy when. Be happy now. Not because it's easy, but because you're strong enough to choose it anyway. Today, commit to this. No storm gets to steal your light. No challenge gets to dim your fire. Your joy is non-negotiable because you are. Now how fiercely will you protect it? Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. When the ground shakes beneath you, when plans crumble, when the world seems hell-bent on knocking you down, that's not the end of your story. That's where your power wakes up. Hardship isn't your enemy, it's your ruthless trainer. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every no is fuel for your next yes. Every failure, just data. A lesson wrapped in grit. The difference between those who break and those who rise isn't luck. It's relentless focus and an unbreakable decision. I will not stay down. Your mindset is your weapon. Choose to see storms as strength builders. Choose to greet obstacles with a grin, not because they're easy, but because you're built to outlast them. Pain is temporary. Regret is forever. So when life throws you to your knees, good. Now you're in the perfect position to rise stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than before. The challenge isn't going anywhere, but neither are you. How will you defy the odds today? Growth isn't just movement, it's meaning. The relentless pursuit of better for yourself, for those around you, for the legacy you leave. That's where fulfillment lives. Not in comfort, not in complacency, but in the electric hum of progress, the sweat of earned wisdom, and the fire of impact. You were never meant to stay small, to hoard your potential, to climb alone. True wealth is measured in growth given and growth shared. Every skill mastered, every fear conquered, every hand you pull up with you, that's the currency of a life that matters. The world will try to sell you shortcuts, distractions, empty wins, but you know the truth. A stagnant life decays, no matter how shiny the surface. A life of growth radiates, pulling in purpose, connection, and a joy that doesn't fade. So ask yourself daily, did I build? Did I learn? Did I lift? Fulfillment isn't found, it's forged. What will you grow into today? And who will rise because you did? Every fall is a setup for a greater comeback. The ground isn't your grave, it's your launching pad. When life knocks you down, it's not testing your weakness, it's revealing your strength. A true warrior doesn't count losses, they count lessons. And with just one more chance, they rewrite the entire game. You're not defined by the stumble, but by the ferocity of your rise. That rejection, fuel. That failure, a masterclass. That pain, proof you're alive, fighting, and still in the arena. Dreamers hope, warriors act. And when the world says no, you dig deeper, sharpen your edge, and roar back with results that silence doubt. So take the hit, then take the opportunity. The comeback is always greater than the setback. One more chance is all you need. What will you do with yours? If this hit your soul, don't just scroll subscribe and turn wisdom into winning. Your future self will thank you.